knowledge of evil that you obtain on your free will, that is what God sacrificed himself for, to overcome. Overcome the will of the spirit of evilness. Do you understand what I'm saying? God never mentions death until he places a tree in the garden before Adam, a black man. 6-day creation, and started in the 8th day. From the 6th-day creation, his activity started in the 8th day. And the 8th-day man was Cain. And they call him Adam. That is the evil one. And also, if you will read Genesis chapter 5 and chapter 6, and go back to chapter 3, where God states, any man who kills Cain, vengeance shall be of IDONEI, God himself. Do you know that Noah's father, Lamech, is the one that killed Cain? Did you know that? Read the last verses of Lamech before he passes away. Now we know that Noah was the son of Lamech, right? And if this be true, then Noah's father was a murderer also, because he killed Cain. And God warned the person that killed Cain 6 and 7-fold, 7 times 70. And Lamech ends and confesses this in the last chapter of Lamech, of Genesis, chapter 5, 6, and 7, and 8, leading to Noah. Now, if Adam, which is supposed to be the Aryan race, as we're being told, said that Noah was a just man, but he didn't say in all his ways. You know why? Because his father was a murderer. Noah's father was a murderer, which was Lamech. And to show that he wasn't righteous in all of his ways, his own seed repeated the thing of Noah's father. When Ham, supposedly, his son, had sex and slept with Noah's wife, to show you that his seed was not perfect. But yet still, this is supposed to be Adam, the Aryan white race that we're being told. And why wasn't Noah's wife punished? She had sex with Ham, if this is true, according to the Greeks and the European philosophers. It wasn't just Ham that was not a just man, but thought evil. It was Noah's wife also, because she allowed it to happen. Does it say that she fought back? Does it say that she told her husband that she had sex with her son? No. I wonder where everybody was since they were on a boat and he had sex. Was the sex on the boat, or was it when they got off the boat? This is not told either. It's left out. Why? Was the sex done on the boat? If so, where were all of the sons' wives at that time? And if it was after the boat, where were they again? And it says that the other 2 sons walked backwards and covered their father's nakedness. But did you know, when you read the Beast of Revelations, chapter 13, chapter 17, chapter 18, chapter 14, and chapter 15, that those 2 oldest sons were actually Gog and Magog? Did you not know this? To show you there is something very evil done by the Greeks' way of teaching things and changing things, and this is why no man understands the reason why Job, that you call Job, existed in the first place. Job is the perfect man that we should be, and this is who Job is. Job is a spirit of God to teach us in a vision, not a dream, but a vision. Visualize what you read about Job and see what God showed him in everything, and see what Satan did and how he came. Satan was the imagination of Job. He was not a real, Satan is not a real person. Satan is an element of spirit of evil, made out of elements that enters you and he leaves you. Satan can come and go as same as God can. When you breathe in and breathe out, you can breathe in Satan. You know why and how it's done? Because Satan is a spirit of thought, and that is the devil. The devil is spirit of thought, of your thought. When you think evil, you got the devil in you. When you think good, you got the spirit of God in you. But you cannot use both. And this is given to Job. In the book of Job that you call Job, this is the whole plea of Adonai to us, man and woman, to do. Ignoring Eve, ignoring Adam and Adam. The evil of Cain was spiritual thought of jealousy of his brother. Why? I don't know. This is what Adonai explains to Job about a man's thoughts and his ways, how you use them. If you use the will of thought of evil, you're like Cain. If you use the will and the righteousness of Job, you purify yourself. So let's bless the word of Adonai, Elohim, for what he has shown every man of what is expected of man in the flesh, in order to return back to the spirit. Remember now, Adonai explains to Adam very little. What Job actually saw and explained, Adam knew this when he was a spirit in heaven. Before Adonai blew the breath of life into Adam, and when he was first created in heaven as a spirit in God's image, he knew what Job knew. That's why Adonai placed the tree of good and evil on earth, to make sure that Adam did not eat of that tree of evil thought. And being that Adam did eat, which is Adam, did eat, and hearken to the voice of the wife, the children and the angels of those children, God's chosen children, would be chosen out of those who took heed to the man Job, that you call Job. Because Job was perfect, and this is what Adonai expected of Adam. Adam was perfect. He knew everything that Job knew, but he hearkened unto the woman. So he could not learn all those things by that mistake on earth in the flesh. So Adonai had to show man a vision of what he had taught Adam in heaven. This is why Adam did not eat of the tree, but he was beguiled and fooled by Eve, that Adonai never told Eve not to eat of that tree of good and evil. She was used by God's purpose in order to bring forth the battle of good and evil, like I told you in Genesis 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do you understand what I'm saying? Bet-Bel Shalom Elohim, Rabbi Adonai, the Holy One of Israel. There is no God but God. And to understand Adonai, those seven spirits of Revelation chapter 2, verse 1, and in Revelation chapter 4, 5, 6, and 7, you must understand the elements of the seven spirits of God, which are lightning, thunder, trumpets, vials, and voices, which are the seven spirits of Idonei that you call God. These spirits are the control of elements from gamma rays. God possesses the gamma ray. And I told you in one of my earlier texts, beware of the wind. You know not where it bloweth. Without the wind you can't live. And when the wind is removed, Satan can't live either, can he? Because Satan cannot enter you to tempt you without the wind. And God is of the wind. and Satan is of the wind. But God holds the control of the wind of Satan, which is elements of spiritual individuality in the way that you think about what you're looking for. Why is it that everyone wants to know and see God face to face?